She slammed the brakes without warning. We were cruising down the highway, silence hanging between us like an old bruise, when she pulled over so suddenly I felt the seatbelt lock against my chest. Her voice was flat, almost mechanical. "Let me drive this car now." I turned, confused. Why? Her knuckles whitened on the steering wheel. "Switch the seats or get out." Something inside me recoiled. The tone wasn't hers, not the woman I thought I knew. But I got out anyway. I walked around the hood, slid into the passenger seat, and shut the door without a word. She pulled back onto the road, not sparing me a glance. The hum of the tires filled the silence. My jaw clenched, my thoughts spiraled. 15 minutes later, I understood this wasn't about driving, it was about control, and she had just shown her hand. I watched her from the corner of my eye. She wasn't heading toward home. She wasn't heading anywhere familiar. Her hands gripped the wheel too tight. Her phone kept lighting up in the cup holder, buzzing like a guilty conscience. She never touched it, but her eyes flickered every time the screen glowed. I felt my chest tighten. Infidelity has no sound. It creeps in through silence, through half smiles and small lies about errands that run too long. I didn't need proof yet. The way she drove told me everything. Faster, restless, like she was racing towards someone who wasn't me. My throat burned with questions, but I stayed quiet. Asking would give her power. I needed to watch, to listen, to let her believe I was still blind. That night, as she showered, I opened her phone. The lock code had changed. Confirmation. From then on, every gesture became evidence. The perfume she never wore before, the sudden gym memberships, the way she laughed when she thought I wasn't listening, lighter, freer, but never with me. I didn't confront her. I couldn't. That would make me just another husband begging for scraps of truth. Instead, I studied. Quietly, precisely. I installed software on her phone, forwarded messages to mine. Nights spent in the dark, reading words she thought were private. "Can't wait to see you. He suspects nothing." 15 minutes away. 15 minutes. The memory of her pulling over tightened in my skull. That was the day she had driven to him, and I had been sitting right there. I ordered a DNA test for our son. It arrived in a plain envelope. I took the sample while he slept, innocent and unknowing. Days passed. She smiled, cooked dinners, kissed me goodnight. A performance played in high definition while I sat in the front row, bleeding behind the eyes. Every second was gasoline poured onto the fire. I was waiting for the match. The envelope arrived on a Tuesday. I didn't rip it open. I sat with it, let the weight of the truth seep through the paper. Then I slid it cleanly, like a surgeon. The words were clinical, unemotional, but they might as well have been carved into my chest. Probability of paternity, 0%. I folded the paper, slipped it into my jacket. That evening, I waited for her at the dinner table. She hummed as she set down plates, smiling, acting. I placed the envelope in front of her, said nothing. Her face drained. She didn't even open it. She knew. Her lips trembled. "Please," I cut her off with silence, the kind colder than rage, the kind that made her hands shake as she pushed the paper away, unable to touch her own betrayal. I didn't yell. I didn't throw anything. That would give her the drama she craved. Instead, I slid my wedding ring onto the table beside the envelope. Metal against wood. Final. Her breath hitched. "We can fix—" I stood. My chair scraped back. I looked at her for the first time, really looked. This stranger wearing my wife's face. "Enjoy your freedom," I said. No anger, no passion, just dismissal. The kind of dismissal that devours. Her tears came fast, but they weren't for me. They were for herself, for the collapse of the life she built on deception. And I walked out, leaving her to choke on the silence. Outside, the night air felt sharp, clean. The weight I'd carried for months slipped off my shoulders. Not relief, clarity. The kind that sears, leaving no room for softness. I wasn't broken. I wasn't ruined. I was awake. She had gambled everything on my blindness, but I had seen. Quietly, patiently, and when the moment came, I let her destroy herself with her own lies. I didn't need revenge beyond that. Some betrayals don't deserve fire. They deserve ice. And as I walked away, I knew the final truth. She had lost me long before I ever left the room.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.